Hello, welcome to my bench. Today we have something a little bit different to work on. This is a Cen-Tech heavy-duty charger, 6 and 12 volts, with 2 amps, 10 amps, 40 amps, and startup current of 100 amps and 200 amps for 5 seconds, I believe. And this particular thing, let's see, it's a model number 69368. And the problem with this guy, I got it for free, is that what I got here is blown diodes. And the original thing that held the diodes in looks like this. What this does is the diodes, which are these little guys right over here, they go into these little holes. The wires that connect them all go down into, get back in frame, here we go. They go down into there like that, and the diodes go on top into the little holes, just like that. So, whoops, dropped one. Okay, diodes, those little 50 amp button diodes are easy to find and pretty cheap. That, on the other hand, is not. So I had to make some. Back to 3D printing. So there's what I got. I got on Tinkercad and made this thing, and basically just printed it out. And let's see if I can get this in the picture here. There we go. The little contact for the, well, in this case the negative side goes on there, and the diode, boy, this is harder than it looks in one hand. The diode goes in there like that, and then the whole mess gets flipped over and put down on this board so that all of the positive diode parts are connected like that, right there. So the diode itself is actually in there and smashed down. Now, the way that this is held in here is, originally it had pop rivets going down in there. I don't have pop rivets that'll fit that, and a spring under the pop rivet, and then the went through like that, comes through the bottom, goes through this middle hole here, and squishes them down so that they make contact. That's how this thing is supposed to work. So let's take a look inside this little beastie. Whoops, back up. Alright, cut. Alright, here's the inside. Basically, you got a transformer, a fan, and power comes in back there through these wires, goes up to the timer right there, for timing how long you want to charge or hold, which I haven't actually looked that up yet. And basically that's it, just a big old transformer, a couple of meters, one for voltage and one for current, and a couple of knobs for different voltages and for timer. So we're going to put this thing back together again, and I'll get the camera all set up and we'll do this, put this thing together. Well, okay, put the big piece on the floor for a while. The first thing I have to tell you is one of these guys was just destroyed. I mean, it was gone to the point that the little spring that goes inside, that little guy right there, was not melted, but not in good shape. So I don't have one of the springs, so I'm just going to have to fake it. And this side here, you can tell which diode went out. If I can get that off, I will. If not, I'll just use the other side. Yeah, that's burnt. That's burnt right there in the middle, so I'm not going to use this side. I'm going to use the other side. And nothing, they're the same, identical, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's put one of these on here. I have to use, I'm going to have to clean off some of these things. But, so we'll put, well, let's see. We'll do this side because it's already here. Right, these go the other way because they go up. And I got this one needs to be cleaned. Hopefully it will clean. Yeah, it's a little bit burnt. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. Put that in there. Put the diode in here. Now the diodes are marked. These are AR50s. And they're marked on the side. What's anode, what's cathode. So we put those in there like that. Just to save myself a little bit of grief and holding these and doing everything all at the same time. We will do it like that. Take the screw and the spring here. No, this thing's not threaded, of course. It's just the hole in the plastic when I made it is not perfect. Oh, I forgot something. When I looked at this, I realized that it had grease on it, conductive grease, which I guess makes sense. So I bought some conductive grease here. What is this? This is a carbon conductive grease. This stuff ain't cheap. So it's sealed, of course. Poke a hole in it. There we go. And we'll put a little bit there and a little bit there. It's fun doing all these little fiddly bits at the same time here. Alright. a tight fit going through this hole. Alright, so now, I guess we smash down on it. Or try to. Just hold there for a second for me, thank you. Alright. There's one. Let's get another one. Now, let's see, I need this guy and this guy. These are in good shape. So we'll put them there and there. Put that there. Put that there. A little bit of grease. The grease, it's just to make sure that it conducts good to the metal here. Boy, that 4 pieces all at the same time. This one has a spring thing too. Alright. There's that nut. Okay. That's on there good and tight. Well, as tight as I want to get it, because this is PLA that I used. It's not the strongest stuff in the world, to say the least. Now, for this next one, I'm going to have I'm just going to have to tighten this one down. I have to have a washer here for this one. So, let's see. That looks like about the right size. We're going to guess it. I think that'll be fine. Okay, the one I pulled out, you can see that, isn't quite finished. I guess that's when you buy little cheap boxes of stuff. Okay, yeah, this stuff is everywhere. This copper, or this grease. Alright, so this one goes here. Okay, this one goes here. Ooh, that doesn't look too healthy. Yeah, 2 of these burnt up. 2 of these diodes. I'm scraping the carbon off of this thing. Yeah. It's definitely got a bad spot in it, but it'll still make contact. You know what though? Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Negative side. Negative side. A little bit of grease. Okay. Now, like I said, this one I'm going to have to just kind of rely on pressure. Yeah, let go. Oh, for goodness sake. There. Alright. Put the nut over here. Wow. Come on, David. Alright. Try not to do this left-handed. Well, it doesn't seem to be helping. There we go. Alright. Alrighty. So, all of our diodes are on. You know, it probably would have been a good idea if I'd have worn gloves when I did this. This stuff is nasty. Really, really nasty. Okay. Just gonna have to live with that for a while. Alright, so those guys are on there and clamped down. Now, let's test them. See what we got. I'm on diode. Okay, that's 0.46, 0.48, 0.48, 0.48, 0.47, 0.45, 0.46. Okay. And the other way around, nothing, 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 and nothing. Alright, so they're all in right. I did that part good. So, the way this works is you take this and you hook it up to there. You swing this around and you hook it up there. Now these, if you notice, have little hooks on them. Extra hooks. If you look here, these have little extra hooks on them. This one doesn't, this one does, and this one does. Well, these are where the... Okay, that one needs to be squished shut. These are where the transformer outputs go to. Alright. There we go. Squish these down a little bit so they're making good contact. Alright, this one Gee whiz, that stuff gets everywhere. Just work it into the counter here. These are just $1 pieces of white board from the Dollar Tree. I don't care about getting them wet or dirty or anything. They're just fine. Alright, this one I gotta fix. See, needs a piece of wire on it. And it ain't nothing special wire. It's just red. Oh, okay. Don't actually think I have any. Don't have any red. That size. We'll use blue. Wow. That is that's some wire. Okay. What is this? 16 gauge. It's about as big as the stuff that's in here. Okay. So I'm going to cheat on this. I'm going to cut that off. And I'm going to solder this on here. And I think I'll go to this one because this one's cleaner. Solder. Ooh. All right. Well, I didn't get that very well. Sorry, a little out of frame there. I don't have any of these double hook thingies here, so I just found a bunch of these. Let's see. So this goes over here like this. Yeah, that'd probably be about good right there. Okay, so one solder. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, it gets hot. Okay. It's solder, stupid. Of course it gets hot. Alright. Plug that onto there. Turn this over so I can get to it with the stuff. Put that onto there. And put that onto there. And this one needs to be squished. Not quite that much. Okay. All right. Okay, so there. We have new diode board. It's going to be fun to see if this thing actually works. Let me get the other part up here now. Okay, well, we'll try to do this the best we can. I got as much light in this thing as I can get in it. It's a big black box, you know, it's kind of difficult. Basically what happens is this piece gets stuck in here like that over a couple of washers, isolation washers are here that are on here. I can't get them off because they're kind of melted on there. But it fits over the holes, and then you have these washers here which isolate the nuts from the rest of it. So see if I can get in a little closer. Whoops, wrong way. Alright, so if we look, we've got a bunch of wires here. Now, fortunately for me, I took a picture before I did this, which I'll show you on screen here. So I know from my picture that this first one here, this first wire goes to the center connector. This is going to be interesting. I wonder how I can get this in here good enough. Alright, so let's start with the bottom. The bottom one goes to the second one. Yeah. So the bottom one of these goes to the second one. Alright, so this one, these are stiff. Okay, I haven't tested these yet. Sorry. So the first one this one goes here, and this one goes there. Alright. And then this whole mess gets screwed into place, which is going to be a little more difficult than it looks. Okay. Now I gotta get back here. Washer. Just feeling my way here because I can't see it. You can't either. Sorry about that, but there's just no good way of doing it. Alright, that goes there. Wow. How am I going to get in there? Like that, I guess. Like working on a car. Okay. Well, that's in there. Make sure it's not shorted. I don't see how it could be, but we're going to check. No, sir. It's not. Okay. Good. Well, that's all hooked up. That's all hooked up. Now, this wire, which is your output, it just screws onto this plate. That's why all those diodes were put it down, because it just uses this whole plate as the connector, as the positive connector. There are some of these, evidently, I've seen online, that the positive, and this is negative, I guess, because the diodes are flipped around backwards. Okay, well, let us see what happens. Plug it into the isolation transformer, which is at this point turned down to nothing. Alright. Let's get this off of here and bring it over here. Alright, there's the isolation transformer. It is... I'll get the junk out of the way. Alright, it's turned on. Let's put this on 12 volts, 2 amp. Where to go? There it is. Alright. And we'll bring this up very slowly on current and see if we're drawing anything. No, we're not drawing any current. So, and nothing's smoking. We have no voltage either. Phew. What else could be wrong in here? Well, oh, wait a minute, we don't have any on. Okay, that's on off. So there's two things that have to be turned on here. Put it on 180 minutes, because I believe, I mean, that's a switch, of course. So let's put it back on current. It's drawing a little. Fan is on. Voltage is nothing. Well, that's amps. Sorry, I can't see this. There's my voltage. And I got squat. So we got to figure out what's wrong with it. Okay, a couple more checks here. This is pretty much horrible, isn't it? Just not set up for this kind of this kind of thing. But let's see. Let's check here. See if we have any voltage coming out of our plugs, out of our connectors. 9 volts there. Oh, I do have voltage coming out, but it's 11 and 13. Hey! So on the 6 volt side, I've got 9 volts coming out, which probably is about right. So let's see if we can draw just a little bit of current off of this thing and see what happens. I don't have much in the way of current of loads, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see, my load is number 4 on the switch bank. Yeah, it's funny. There we go. Alright, so that is number 4. Alright, so the meter is on. I got a little homemade meter here that for loads. It's a electronic load. It's a homemade deal. We'll see if I can get the meter light over here. All right. All right, so if we look at the load, the bottom one is voltage. Let me turn off some lights, see if it's there. The bottom one's voltage, it says 9.4 volts. The top one is current. Right now I'm at 0. If I turn this up, there's about 200 mils. Maintaining voltage at 9, okay, that's not great. Well, 8.7. There's 2 amps. Let's look here on our meter on the front. Where'd you go? Wow, this is hard to do. Okay, I have no amps. I'm still drawing 2 amps. And I got no voltage either. Got 10.4 volts on the meter. And I'm drawing 2 amps on the load. So we got to find out what's wrong. Maybe the meters are shot. Don't know, because I'm on the 12 volt 10 amp scale. And got no. So I guess our first bet is to check the, we got to check all the voltages on the meters themselves and see what's wrong. See if the meters work. Well, I'll be back. Okay, well, I think I found part of the problem. I took the cover off of this meter, and I noticed that when I adjusted it to 0, it wouldn't adjust correctly, so I gave it a little spray with air, and now let's see. Aha! Look, if we can see that. Up a little bit. There we go. I got 11 volts. Cool. So I'm going to do the same thing to this. Let's find out. These are very little screws, and somebody has had them out before because one of them is missing on either side. And I mean, they're tiny. Whoops. Let's not lose the tiny screws. I don't know if I can even find any like that. Okay. I mean, you sort of figure if this thing's going to be in a shop environment, which it more than likely was, it's going to get pretty grungy. I got this for free. I don't know if I told you that. The guy says it's broke, don't work, you can have it. Okay, fine. Which is pretty much the way I get 99% of the stuff I have is broke. I make sure those don't touch. Okay. That meter. Oh. It would help if I plugged it into the right thing. Still drawing 2 amps. No. It acts like it wants to, but it's not. Well, it might, considering this thing, this meter is, well, yeah, this meter is a 200 amp meter. I'll tell you what, I've got some batteries here. Let's sacrifice a battery. I'm going to go 12 volts, 2 amps on here. Hook that up there. And alright, hook that up there. Yeah, the meter is working. It's just not enough of it there to do anything. So that meter is working now that I blew it out, and so's the voltage meter. Cool. Yeah, because I can see it move just a tiny bit. I'm going to be willing to bet that that works. Ugh. Okay, so let's put these back on. Let's clean them off a little bit first. Like I said, this thing's come from a shop environment. I don't expect it to be perfect. I think I got some glass cleaner. Here we go. I do not know exactly why I'm putting any time into this thing at all, except for it was a challenge. That's all I can tell you. Let's see if I can find any more of these little teeny tiny screws. I just wanted to see how these things work. I've never actually torn one apart. Now I know. And they're pretty darn simple. But I guess they do their job. And being as how I own a mobile home, battery problems are always a problem. Boy, that's been scratched up pretty bad, but yeah. Alright, the little... the little doohickey, the little set screw thing here is missing. Alright. Another teeny tiny little screw. I wonder if I got anything that'll work in there. Get into my box of itty bitty screws. Well, son of a gun. Yes, I do. I have exactly two of, well, no, I got a bunch more than that. And they're not magnetic either. That's nice. I save screws from virtually everything. I don't know why I keep insisting on trying to work left-handed. Alright. No, that went that one. I'll find it later. Being non-magnetic, these are really easy. To lose. Well, that's not going to work. It's a hex head. That's why I lost the other one. I'll bet you it was a hex head. Alright, screws are in. Actually, not a hex head, that was a star. Even worse, hex might have actually kind of worked. Alright, there we go. Thing says 10 volts. I do not believe that there's anything you can do to adjust that, because this meter, the meter comes right off of the bar that goes out to the negative terminal. I think it's negative, yeah, negative terminal. Goes right straight to the meter. So the meter is not really what you might call accurate. And the negative side, so basically it's just measuring the voltage across that. Okay. Well, it works. I guess it works as good as it ever did. I don't know how accurate these things are supposed to be, but at least it's doing approximately what it's supposed to do by replacing these guys. With printed ones. So, put the side back on and go put it on a battery somewhere and see if it actually does work. That'd be interesting. Alright, hey, thanks for watching. See you later.